It's not politically correct to call this region the Transkei. The name was coined by European colonists in the 17 and 1800s. First the Dutch and then the British fought 100 years of land wars against the Amaxhosa clans, forcing them further and further east away from Cape Town until the Kai River became the eastern border of the British colony. The lands beyond the Kai River were known as the Transkei. If we skip over 100 years of history to 1976, the Transkei became South Africa's first independent homeland, created by the apartheid government to prop up their policy of separate development. After liberation from apartheid in 1994, the homeland system was dismantled and the Transkei was incorporated into the Eastern Cape province. So for good reason, it's not politically correct to call this region the Transkei. But to me, and to most people I meet, it's still the Transkei. There's something about the Transkei that touches my soul. It's not just the beautiful place. It's the people and the history and the culture and the spiritual connection with the place. That even if you're just visiting, you can see it. You can feel it. I'm a dreamer, an idealist, on the eternal quest for the answers to life. This is the place where I've come the closest to finding those answers. Boy, Flagstaff is busy on a Saturday. I know that the Transkei is not paradise. The Eastern Cape is the poorest of South Africa's provinces, and the people of the Transkei have more than their fair share of the country's problems. Education, healthcare, service delivery, roads, all of that stuff's a mess. But here in the Transkei, in the rural areas, I see a hope that I struggle to find in the cities. Maybe it's because life here is simpler and quieter. It's not clouded by extreme poverty on every corner, crime, drug use, filth and dirt and politics and media and noise pollution. Maybe here it's just easier to see the problems for what they actually are. Maybe it's easier to see a way out of them and to see a future. It helps that it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, I get scared that we could lose it. This is worth fighting for. I'm going to start by releasing one story a week, and the kind of content is going to vary quite a lot from week to week. Some of it is easy viewing, fun stuff. I left Joburg in mid-June to come and settle on the wild coast in order to start a YouTube channel called Transkei Stories. Let's see what happens. One of the first episodes is about my trip down to the Transkei. I had to pick up a stranger in Johannesburg and drop him off in Lusikisiki. Now, he turned out to be quite a difficult passenger, but there was something about him that I grew to really like.
In 400 meters,
I was telling you, I'm quite excited.
There's an episode about Shane Eads, who runs a 800-kilometer horse trail along the Wild Coast. And he's got a few things to say about tourism development on the Wild Coast. And his views are shared by many people that I've met.
They want to put up an expensive 6-star hotel here in this beautiful DaVinci Reserve. So that was very scary.
In the episode after that, we'll talk to the developers of this 5-star lodge at Mkombati and get their side of the story.
Somehow we've got to all get on together, and we're not fighting anyone other than sometimes having to defend what we're doing, which we might be considered a little bit unreasonable. But I think a conversation like this goes a long way to providing clarity as to why we're doing this and what we're doing it for and what the upsides are and what the benefits are.
You're going to meet an incredible young woman, Nandipha Makinanyisi, whose bravery and determination touched my heart. It also touched the heart of some miracle makers that I know in Johannesburg, and you'll get to meet them too.
I want to show my mother, I want to show her a lot of things around the world. And I want to teach the people of the community how dangerous the fire is and how to live with people and how to talk with them. That's all.
Nandipha's story has only just begun, and we're all going to join her on this journey. It could take some time. I hope it's got a brilliant ending. Let's see what happens. We're also going to cover some history and culture. We're going to start with the Abatembu wedding. Then we've got some exploring, nature, beautiful exploring, adventure, fishing and beautiful nature. I think this is the end of the river. I've forgotten the directions that the guy told me. I don't know whether I'm meant to carry on from here or whether I was meant to take that fork off to the left at the big rock. I just slipped and smashed face first into a rock. Chipped my front teeth. So it's chipped now, then for a few episodes it's not going to be chipped. Then it's going to be chipped for quite a long time, and then I might get it fixed so it won't be chipped anymore. So just be warned, my face is not in continuity on this channel. SANRAL, South African National Roads Agency, is building a high-speed highway through the Transkei. That's one of the mega bridges being built across the Mzikaba River Gorge. This highway is going to change everything. Some say it's going to bring much-needed economic development to the poorest province in the country. Others say It's the key to further development that's going to ruin the environment, divide communities, force them off their land, and destroy their culture. We've got one episode on the sofa from the perspective of some people who don't want the highway running through their land.
The day when I see the bloodshed of our comrades being slaughtered, it was the day that I said, if I will be died like them, it should be. I will never compromise their blood, never.
These episodes you're going to watch are not definitive. This is an ongoing storytelling process that is going to develop over time. I'm also not going to get everything 100% right. I might get some facts wrong. Some people I'm interviewing might get some facts wrong. But the great thing about this format is that mistakes can be rectified and differences can be addressed. If you think what I'm saying is wrong or what somebody's saying is wrong, you can give me that feedback and I can engage with you. And maybe you need an episode of your own to put across your point of view. I'll be here tomorrow to be accountable for today. My dream is that Transkei Stories grows into a much bigger channel than just me. At the moment, I'm doing everything on my own. I need to employ a proper translator. At the moment, I'm using Google Translate. I know it's not ideal. I dream about collaborating with other Transkei filmmakers, with other Transkei artists to create more content, more variety. I dream about behind the scenes content every day. I dream about different series within the channel, a day for culture, a day for history, a day for education, a day for current affairs, a day for tourism, a day for dreaming. It's good to dream. But first, I've got to grow this part of the channel. And to grow this part of the channel, I'm going to need your help. The first step is to subscribe, like, and share. Please, even if you just subscribe, it helps me build the channel. You've also got to watch some content. And then the next step is to let me know what you think of that content, what you like, what you don't like, whether I should have a chipped tooth or not. It's like your feedback is going to determine what kind of content I produce going forward. Transkei Stories doesn't only need viewers, it also needs money. And I've been torn about begging for money, but then I had to look at some of these big corporations, major businesses, big media houses. They ask for donations to survive. Why can't I? I have to. This is independent filmmaking. This is independent storytelling. It's rare because it's very hard to sustain. It needs funding. So if you like the content and you can, then go to my bio, you'll find an account there. Please make a donation. Keep it coming. Keep the content coming. Help me keep it coming. I don't need much out of this. I don't need to get rich off of this. I just need for the channel to be successful and for it to be sustainable. So it's going to need funding. And I hope that you can help with that. So once you've subscribed, liked, shared, and donated, watch The Comrade King. If you haven't done any of those things, watch The Comrade King anyway. It's okay. Its production values are a little bit dated now, but it's still a very pertinent and interesting history of the Transkei. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.